them top tier players no impact omunya na nimanimu abra omutis kakesi akofo omudi omaba. Luka Modric a legend in the books of Real Madrid. By now, Asase no instant hit. Toni Kroos adapte kakra. Asana efama ni boom. Gareth Bale bebo kakra. Efama ni boom no sate yirae. It is me ranke tier when it comes to the most impactful signings in the history of Real Madrid. TNA. Me no ni nkomo about obi ababo Real Madrid or better legend than now or best. I'm speaking about the most impactful signing for Real Madrid within a short space of time. Abra player na be signing. And no nkomo na me ni woody. I think for tier 1, me the Cristiano Ronaldo, any Alfredo Di Stefano beto that side. I did not watch Alfredo Di Stefano, but yaw, to sign a player who became the sole reason why I OJ 5 Champions League twice. When the first base season in Modebano should tell you a lot about Alfredo Di Stefano. We saw what Cristiano Ronaldo buy Obeshe just in the year. Yeah, what in the number of goals Obeshe. I think so. I remember tier 2. I made Mbappe beto. Tier 1 no. Me say Cristiano Ronaldo, Alfredo Di Stefano. Over tier 2 na. Me Mbappe. Eba beto that side. Because yaw. The numbers are Mbappe cracking it up the Real Madrid and a poor draining tiasi so. Yeah. Last season a drew point be not Real Madrid accumulated 63 points. Now Mbappe could contribute to 18 solid points to that. The first season of Real Madrid.
Anke Befana say the adaptive season.
The adaptive season. Now Mbappe comes to Real Madrid. Cristiano Ronaldo 451 goals. Benzema 354. Rahul 323, Alfredo Di Stefano 306. Mbappe about 2 seasons yaw or saying 60 goals.
Yeah.
Now 60 goals na Mbappe ayeno. Steve Ode average in the season be Mbappe be 30 goals. Ultra 5 years for Real Madrid.
150 no.
150 no. Champions League dey man dey come back kick home.
Yeah.
We league nkomo. But numbers say go nyina ye. Numbers are Champions League wom, Copa del Rey wom, BBB wom. But look at what Kylian Mbappe is doing in the Real Madrid setup. Yaw. Ana adeba kwa ema me huni se waye impactful ne say yaw. Oba ye no enye ni position ye di nim Kylian Mbappe so obo e Paris Saint-Germain obo Real Madrid. Because position na obo PSG. De bia no ni coaches ne ko ntokwa nyina se pese me bo as a left winger. Now, coming to Real Madrid, I always say something, said the difference maker in the history of Real Madrid for Cristiano Ronaldo was his ability to be turned as a goal scorer rather than a player where only about playmaking. Ronaldo baby or sign line no, a man be a srunku, our Real Madrid history na said there be me playmaker nkwa. Name I feed them the goals by day. So I remember I sat here and I discussed the biggest challenge for Kylian Mbappe is how Obetimi from being a playmaker to become a consistent goal scorer, playing as the number 9 for Real Madrid. The moment you do better as a center forward for Real Madrid, no expectation in your mind will is the man. Because said you now watching number 9 Real Madrid that you said baby, you need to start scoring. Then yow he keeps on getting the goals in and out. Shadrach bet me this graph now they sending out to some and numbers now. About the importance of these goals are Kylian Mbappe. Real Madrid be winning 1-0 1 Kylian Mbappe. Real Madrid be winning 3-0 Kylian Mbappe be 2 goals against Real Oviedo. 2-1 against Mallorca. Kylian Mbappe and Shego or no one assist. It offers our first 2 games now. Obetima kaso Real Madrid 6 points. Oh. Third game no one share. 4th game against Real Sociedad, 1 goal, 1 assist. Yeah, what they can 9 points. Against Espanyol, Kylian Mbappe, share 1. Me fan can me the beton chain. Obeba Levante, Mbappe share 2 goals. Crucial first 2 goals. We all share the money crucial amount. Me they can be 12. Omu lose 5-2 to Atletico Madrid. Me fan can. Almost share Villarreal 3-1, 1 goal, 1 assist. All they can say 15 points. Ombe share 1-0 against Atefe. All they can say 18 points. Over the Barcelona against Real Madrid. Fancy one share first goal. Me fan count Utd in the winnings game no. Against Valencia, Omu winning 4-0, Kylian Mbappe nkwashe 2 goals. Yaw, but the sub points neko kanwa, we are talking about 21 solid points. Players don't want say the impact say with team so. Yaw, how many players? So to me, I think after Cristiano Ronaldo, Alfredo Di Stefano, some way somehow Zidane, players from Real Madrid on first season, or may not impact power with team in the sono. But the Kylian Mbappe ever to be.
Okay.
And the numbers are proving it for themselves. We say what will be as a number 9. We are also French national team network from Mestre. Go yaw. You say Nkulani Bebrebenya left wing in the Biabo. Bakula Mone, the Omunina Benya wings in the Biabo. Wesley for Omunina. No, Malik for Fana. Omunina Benya wings in the Biabo. They say because senior man they say they're number 9.
What to me?
What yaw? Real Madrid one in the Kontokwa and Nebekukwa. He's not a kingpin or Real Madrid. The new king in town, the General Franco. Nobody touches him. Yaw. Then to the English Premier League. When Liverpool needed a win, they had to rely on the old guns. Liverpool starting lineup no. Now 2 new signings and a new team in him. Mamadashvili and a Hugo Ekitike. Bradley, old player. Robertson, old player. Kunate and Van Dijk, old players. Gravenberch, old player. Now the old format now call you Gravenberch and McAllister's the double pivot. Now he pushes Zoboslai to the number 10 position.
Oh no, effective.
Gakpo left wing, Salah right wing, Hugo Ekitike number 9. Yeah, it shows you Liverpool signing some mine summer winner. Let me say Hugo Ekitike na nyamya adoma afade amana. Wetimi abehye Darwin Nunez man 9 yogo yota man 9 wani mo no ma oboa wo. Because whenever a coach needs results, he needs to rely on loyalty. Whenever a coach needs results, he needs to rely on what we call loyalty. And when you be paying, and a coach in the results were getting worse, was getting bad. And Busami or Salah, boy, no born and I know. Now, me say, and yes, Salah, we are in the last few weeks on the floor and vet, Bobo and us or more border. But only so boss line, Conor Bradley, Mo, Bonner Gravenberch, Mobo, I said, Akomeah, TSC Mohamed Salah. So, yeah, going forward, I think the results they had, no, it does not really look good for players beat the floor and vet or Mutis Kakakraka de Kofano. It does not look good for players beat the Milos Kekes. I'm not saying these players will become flops.
Yes.
Menka some bear flop. Football obedient to predict BBR. It could be said next season but I'm only trying to say it doesn't sound like a good message to them, especially when a coach know how to go back to a more useful more last season to start getting results. And I don't think Ancelotti will be an assumed they say or best sense I line up with Abro results and this be a Steve Obesi and them will be one who can and look at when a Florian vet bar game now Liverpool go back to default.
Wow.
Yes, open already game ni BBR. Liverpool go back to default. And I think for our slot, think this weekend and align that when you need help, you need to rely on your old guys. And it has proven to be so. Yeah. Manchester United supporters a bit more of Fuse. Team now kobo 2-2 or Nottingham Forest. Now komu here no 4/4. Omu here 4/4.
4 wins in a row.
4 wins in a row.
Now
and Dodo na
and a draw on Mumpe.
Oh, and Dodo na suji to me said there has not been a progress or an improvement in. Is it fancy one way or the other? They be a cast and beach United supporters they say there are standards and there are realities. The standards of Manchester United will always remain. Said these are certain results you don't need to accept. But the reality is, where you find your club, this kind of results should be something you need to be a little bit happy about. Yeah, last season Man United bought 10 games, no more 12 points. This season Man United bought 10 games and we are more 17 points. Is that a progress or any improvement? 5 points improvement within the 10 matches. Man United lost to Liverpool 3-0. Obekai, Old Trafford. Man United lost to Brighton and Hove Albion. Within that same period, no. But you done it this season. But United are share Liverpool. Was Brighton and Hove Albion. There were certain games within it that United lose to Anomododo, but this time United already 5 games. Yeah, it is not all that rosy, but it shows a level of encouragement and improvement upon a Juma. Ebi a room na morim to one more best race kakra because pressure no nan wedding papa. And yeah, know the difference between the standards and the reality, and you'll be fine.
Not to
no
me.
manage your expectations. No assume to me ajo. Yeah.
Okay. Matemeza me da sepa. Yeah, we're trying to neat. Ama me yenya ne kakra na afi. Ya na ya baso because and fully packed. Me ba Utd Lartey ho na ode akọ screen so na ya screen ho adwuma wi a na afi aba beto aso enso e de free new. Ma memra we se bibia okay there.
Be cool say me ho no niam akọ ye dia em say bibia so cool. Minim say still a bit me akọ quickly. Meza very thoughtful analysis on Kylian Mbappe and baby na me take it nam no na no ne nam ho no but oja start no hunt no call before. This manager here is Thomas Frank, an English manager. Now, yeah, but be a person me weekend games, you know, any free banner. Me per se, me share of the field and some be see tactical opinions and so. Thomas Frank happens to be another English manager. I don't know who did not come out say English coaches, you know. Me can last time out English. Typical English guy, J title be man in the club because EPL manager.
EPL Angasa.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. Why KD how now react?
No, na make EPL. So EPL on come na AD. Yeah, this is a coach yo. And we are not having them come to the top level of the game. Southgate, Eddie Howe, Yao Dino, Thomas Frank, other couple of coaches about Ebimu Nyankra. But by virtue of the job, I feel now Omayo Muti, is that Thomas Frank? Junior on any FIPA. But we share a Juman and Casadia. Tournament Spenaka is a UDP. You have the last 5 games statistically and you're good crowd. 3 losses, 1 draw, and then there's a single win against Everton. Van de Beek, the captain in that brace, you know. Now, baby, I'm a come away free ban was the fact that weekend when the game against Chelsea, you know. I can find some brave by. The other day, I can't Chelsea. Me nyame midfielder Pogba say me yi na free game no matter so to just to train and how to handle such situation. It was the first time I play yesterday actually me even at the division 2 level. But you have to be very honest. I'm sure say me other players need here. I'll be very honest here. Me share me.
Frank Radon or Danish.
Or Danish on kind English for no. Oh, thanks for the correction. So yeah, my dream boss say it's a player here was in the face of the public. And my young show. Show. Sometimes incident, you know, but the ensuing action of the incident. So share Utd no Sudina shot there to coach no. Chelsea Arsenal Rio.
Yeah.
We lose game no. A year will be a player be a go through be or no coach no or also go through. Every decision, whatever went on in the game, or no coach no so obey that same sort of brushes. And we are saying say moment say as a coach, what do you do next? When your players walk over you, you're tough, Papa. You're tough. Number 1, as someone person boost our hand, I'll take my time to analyze this. Be a coach, you know, tactical in the selection or yeah from so and a place that can 1-2, coach 1-2, and a 1-2. And now the place that kind of album. Or any selection or in-game management or be a free bench back joining game, you know. Yes. Now I'm on pet. And now I'm a coach, but yeah, I'll show picture away. Tournament Spurs team, no nipa on yard crowd team, Abrante, Jet Spence. Oh, no, on yard your Spurs team. One of the worst left backs, I'm doing who EPL. We are see Koto free one man. I see Koto Kaino. On the
Benoit see Koto.
No, so Spence, Jet Spence, it doesn't add anything to the game. But I must watch him. The coach started speaking to the guy right after the game. Now the demeanor, everything, no, a demonstrated a very poor boy, very weak mentality. Now it took 5 seconds for Thomas Frank to move from the stepway. After so Castle Moonfield, no, watch him. And he was a captain for the day, Van de Beek, and Sana Romero, ever game in my yes. Now it took him 5 seconds. He was stuck to his feet. Hey.
Very club knew you almost saying,
and you idea how to manage it. Okay. And you internally. These are part of how we handle issues, you see, because right now, no, yeah, coach this side, yeah, and our court players on the side as well, in order not to, in order so we are someone, yeah, no, Baba, so, and yashi, but she, my club, no. They will treat it behind the scene, and it was a very, very, very bad moment. And what does that communicate to the other players? Even dressing room crowd, there could be other members of the squad. Also, so Abufosho Mumu, Ebia in the back camera. But what I'm trying to put across is the last 5 games haven't gone well with the manager, and it's and you might say back field handling the losses becomes more tougher because of the field issues. As away from Thomas Frank, yeah, that's so a space where Kudus. One of the strongest players are away a game. No, because will be more the natural strength. Apart from strength, training the man. Because I no, ne more than you only say training some level.
And you're born man naturally. No one did.
Kudus one now, one day, son, I was quite to say a situation. Or be a person who go 50-50. Actually, you pull other members around you. Or one day, so in board the ball. People also come to you during tackles. Now, Kudus, yao. Madika kase obe afena wo TSC football ni kwa mwan kasa. Number of times he keeps the ball, how exhibiting the strength. Now when your rivalries bebre dodo na no. What that check ya oni DM for no. And now say left back for na tenya. Enti enkomo yedi. Puni say no Mendes diabam. Ya Kudus wansama. Oni dia bosso. Space PH people really expect to say give because you point everywhere. And the same thing happened on the Kukuyera. The Kukuyara the energy minimum pa or this guy. Akrawa so chinchaya. Now the hop and bow no your defensive technique or apply make a Kukuyara. Nichi and also because hop and bow no I want to watch it here. Your friend hop and bow. Or one body
all those side and so
yes, on free, on keep distance, no close down, on my bonus, but obey ya until so be release bono. Obey your first close. Over coach, I got two so Ronaldo.
I got
the same thing, I hope and bow. Would you lose actually because they have quick feet? Couldn't say her. It is one bow body man who control you. Look at what
Gattuso no so hwe ball no nya de Ronaldo ye no
you keep your eye alone
ball into no buy
Hobenbau it's a technique most of on the laterals pitch in China you use because so konya a full back bia ya no honya dia o de be call on any day but Kukuyara is really growing into the game no and Shahawa on man market sometimes or call the knuckle. These are all different defensive technical skills. Oh, knuckle no. It's as one you could do about 50-50 no, or the now ball no so. Or knock a ball off your feet. No, it me arrested. I saw this and I said, say, no, could centrally or inverting or doing a cheer across the length of the field. Watch him. Kukuyera. We're trying to could score by a coach is in he's grown as a left back, but the whole contest and they say, could function it team. Now everybody will be dealing with Kudus with that same level of energy on the wall.
As a person on a ball carrier.
I think one aspect of his game.
Because say Tottenham na ball now on one will be a
he's the best dribbler.
Yeah.
He's one of the best passes.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players who retains the ball. Ball retention skills. The Verratti mu be a PH ball no one and chiro. He Kudus does that. Eti niema bebre no e the game no mu a so ho chiro a utimi dan game no mu and unim say yaw akofa a lot of ne ho ba ye hi ma menka na sa dressing rooms no coaches in video session we are individual preparations no what they do tell Kudus and say sorry other players na a ball around Kudus this guy he's fitter, he's quicker and he can dribble. But what's in the individual preparation players about Kudus in China and come why didn't jaw more crime more field and so they say Kudus no how will train and one thing. A two cornerstone quiet soft. We can do no being answer. Now Makakuyara battle no Oneka said the same battle in the game. How can one player have different battles almost every game or will be on another battle? When we say it was here. Not just Spence himself, so ball 1-2 the man.
Yes.
But what can I say though? Or close to the recover ball. I feel like I said a cover ball. Or recover ball the then Chris became a defender. Chef Fernandez free hoba. Look at the energy of the man. Watch Fernandez. He was really pumping up Caicedo, Juma on the cruise, and they was frustratingly almost just fence. Because the pass could have been more earlier. But I am talking about the growth of battles. Kudus, Onya, Ewo, EPN. Wiki, and Chaye. Also, only different player, Nyaye. Watch him here.
Jolinton.
How many players in Belgium America create my bomb?
Wabutu, Jolinton count 3.
So, Kudus, no. Every game, pair the walkie catch them, or him dribble, or to crab ball, or team pass it, or team shoot. He have in many facets of the game for Tottenham Hotspur. Now, ya ekobana sa anu a. What we say maka say, ye di nkomo game no ya na coaches send the message bi eja players no. Jolinton ho nya den. Kukuyara ho den, Caicedo ho den. Don't you face a coaches send the message in job. Jolinton ba be he's the fittest player in Newcastle. Let me speak a little about this guy. Uma for bebre ni agire game na ho. Na the game no yawo. Okoye ne say DM dia. Vitinha ne Frankie de Jong mo nkomo ne bebam. Ma menye no CDM na mentimi ni nkomo no nyini si nchen. Central defensive midfielder. She say centrally o defend it. Oye bibia bi o finfio na wasa so attack. This guy has grown his game. Chelsea for no so da na omo bo N'Golo Kante ne Caicedo. No, nya sana football here. He's become a nucleus of this Chelsea side. I'm not for himself and that's the golden boy no knock whatever. And you tell my focus I said N'Golo Kante bo and yes I game it here. You cannot play 2 6s. Our bro munyina be comfortable. Bako be sacrifice sama bako. The functions how they affect the game as a kosono. Meka Kante ne Caicedo how am affected the game no oye bibia ma game necessary omienu omo yadwuma ba ko pepepepepe enti ubobomu a one would have to sacrifice for the other and to kai Spain ne Puyo ne Ramos on common very similar story say a 30 years na ye nana number 5 na omo gugu no who said this guy was tough because you know omienu dey obedetwam but they were not the partners at the apex level of the game because of functions and being effective. Puyo or your crowd, way or your crowd. It's the coach that said the way you go to because when I was starting,
no right back.
No, my rough and smooth or pick anyway. So Okobon can't tell me no about 6-2. They love to progress the ball. They love to go for tackles. As someone do home, they can't function. And the chance for Monya Caicedo, enjoy him. Not can't tell me no crying. No for you the 4 day. They love to have these two back quickly. You need tactical home Komokakra. Caicedo Jumana or Diama Chelsea. What I think he has to do, they say, Maresca here Juma be Diama Caicedo. He's gotten some good partners for him. Oni James Boa Efa, Oni Lavia Boa Efa, Oni Fernandez Boa Efa. He's a constant key in Finfield. 4-2-3-1 from Thomas Frank. Equally 4-2-3-1. Nebum, Osha Thomas Frank then I convert it into 4-3-3 from 4-2-3-1. Double pivot in here. Na Papi sa. As a natural midfielder, was supposed to drop him deep without the ball. Then he leaves out back Val, no column one his own friend, no the Kudus Abattoir, 3-man top. No. But so what check you with and convert it into 4-3-3 from 4-2-3-1. Rather 4-2-3-1 convert into 4-2-4. A 2 James and then Caicedo. But without the ball, no, they spread across. 2 top, 2 wide. No major 2 we say. Because of Fernandez rule on switching a can man in free, he adds up to the final third as part of the attackers. No man started pressure on top. That makes it 2 top, 2 out wide in Neto and a Garnacho. No, you're 2 central. So convertible 4-2-3-1 into 4-2-4. But 4-2-3-1 into 4-3-3. Let's watch the game. There's pressing as a defensive element, you know, a year Juma a lot without the ball. And then Chelsea a Jina Spurs super. Watch it. Spurs more build the call. And I'm lose ball in the body Chelsea. Everybody came to stay behind the ball. But apart from this, there have been a couple of times I won't say every time Spurs wanted to build up, Chelsea pressure the power or more a half. It created few chances for Garnacho, for Neto. Sometimes we want to lose ball no cry. And Chelsea as a team, you know, yo, Spurs level no they makes me like some more yatra. The Chelsea say or yes say pie Liverpool, Bayern ho, PSG, Madrid. Oh, baby, I'm a de no. But Spurs, oh no, a holiday more, you are good. Dortmund, Benfica, a level of strength, you know. Chelsea can match them. I was speaking to pressing as an element of defending. How are Chelsea able to pressure? I think this could have been a goal for Neto. It would have been more.
Joao Pedro.
7 Jesse Pedro, eh?
No. Neto na shesem ba we na Joao Pedro.
I don't want Jemu no. And I'm saying could have been a goal for Neto.
Okay, so I'm pass man.
Yes.
Okay, I feel Mateo na say.
Yeah.
So
Spurs they call every time Chelsea sometimes they Obudramo. Earlier in the game both teams some chances and this one fell to more cruise. But after this, then Chelsea took over. So Chelsea cast on one build their core. It looked a bit difficult, but without the ball, whenever they pressed, no more chances free more. And one of them, no need the enemy highlighted Chelsea. It could have been a goal here. But you didn't come we say, look at the marking. Osha field as well. It's 1-on-1 for Chelsea. 1-on-1 here, 1-on-1. Spurs 1-on-1, 1-on-1, 1-on-1. Watch the field. This is how they lost the ball. We know who is the CNA near Canon. So Maresca structure forces Spurs into committing errors. It was the ball way too much and the same thing they forced them and won that ball. Similarly, watch. Poppy signed a U-ball the field. 2 outlets in Simon and then Kudus. Outlets in me and Ukraine are so deep. But look at the pressing structure. 3 for 3. And whilst Simon episode Yabono, not James and it was so tight. But my problem is here. Jet Spence. He lost 2 balls in succession. And don't think a poor ball and on Thomas Frank and I was just wondering why. Oh Lusuboy, watch him. He lost the first ball. They won it back. No sabe to ball training. And even this Omukudu but no person will jab them. Watch them. He could have given the ball quickly and was a loose ball. No? And Caicedo made sure so no. I'm started pressure. No. Watch him. A block no.
Yeah.
And the when Caicedo started pressing. No. This is what I love from Caicedo. The ball could have been lost easily. And he tracked 2 players, won the ball, and set up that good chance for Chelsea. Big move from Caicedo. Right now, I mean, your board so. Ever since Thomas Partey free EPL, the best CDM currently, Caicedo.
Ever since Partey,
a free EPL,
the best CDM.
I show straight.
Caicedo.
When you're arguable,
Whoa, new.